Mimi's here. Get ready to flow. Let's dive deep with Pisces Tarot. Your business is my business. I see every ache, every kiss, the push, the pull, the silent cries. I'm exposing all the lies, revealing the hidden truth. With Mimi, you have the proof. Your business is my business. True. Welcome to Pisces Tarot. True.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to Pisces Tarot, everybody. I am your host. I am Mimi Lightseer, and over here, your business is my business. And oh, child, I promise you, we're about to get into somebody's business. This is an interactive experience, and your energy does fill the room. Don't be afraid. Don't be shy. Participate, engage, ask questions, share your thoughts and your feelings. Nobody's judging you. We've all been a fool of love, and today just may be your turn, y'all. So feel free to participate and drop emojis in the chat. Go ahead, grab your notebooks, your papers, your pens, your notes apps. This is going to go quick because I do have other things to do today, but you may have something said to you that you really need to think about, the spirit wants you to hear. So I am strongly encouraging you to be able to take notes on this journey today. Now let's just go ahead and focus our energy. And before we begin, and this is important because we need to not only be present, but we do need to protect our energy in this sacred space as well. Okay. So to do that, we're going to take in 3 deep breaths, hold it for 40 seconds and release it. The first time we are going to inhale light and clarity and exhale doubt and distraction. All right, here we go. Next, we're going to inhale joy and freedom and exhale captivity and distractions. And lastly, we're going to inhale truth and wisdom and exhale deception and fear. Yes, y'all, I'm telling y'all, I love it. I love it. I love it. Let's clear the energy. Divine Spirit, you are welcome in here in this conversation. Give us clarity, knowledge, and wisdom for those who are here currently and who will be here in the future. Thank you. Amen. And I say, well, everybody, good news is this was so alarming today that came through. That's why I had to come, because I wasn't gonna make it. I just couldn't wake up. But this is a gentle reminder that this is a safe and sacred space. Okay, things may get spicy here. It's okay. If spirit comes for your edges, just know I'm calling you out gently with love. All right. So, and also, I need you to know that you're not alone. Okay. So, if you're ready to cook, go ahead and drop that cooking emoji in the chat, the cooking emoji in the chat, because baby, we got to get into this. Here we go. Now, before I start off with any reading, okay, you know, I always tap in with spirit to see what is coming across to me. And sometimes it's a message, sometimes it's an earworm, i.e., a song, sometimes it's a vision and it's a dream. And I told you I was struggling to wake up this morning. And as I was in there brushing my teeth, I just hear this song from 1991. Okay. It is Let's Chill by Guy. Okay. And the part that I keep hearing is is further down in a song. Here it is. So down at the end of the song, it goes, forever and ever, ever and ever, always. Okay. It's the end of the song. Okay. Forever and ever, ever and ever, always. But when you listen to the song, it's talking about settling down with somebody. Okay. So somebody is in their space of where they're ready to settle down. They're ready to commit. They don't want to move on or continue to go down this path without you. Okay. It is a it is a warm feeling. It is a feeling of admiration. Like this is a legit, pure energy, right? Of desire for a person. Okay. So I don't know who this is for, but I want to look into this energy. I want to tap in and I want to figure out who is this for. And I know we got a short time to get through it. So here we go. All right. So as we look into this overall energy, okay, it's important for us to have an open mind and check the undercurrent, find out what's going on, okay, because I can only tell you what I picked up. So, Spirit, what is the overall energy for this reading? What is the overall energy for this reading? From the first time that I saw your face, okay, birds of a feather, okay, birds of a feather, all right? There was definitely a choice, a pick, a decision. There were options here, okay? There were options here. And what I'm picking up on this is while this person, I mean, when people are dating, okay, you have options, right? That's the point of dating. You can date whomever you want to date because you're not in an official relationship because you're dating, right? So there was definitely options here where this particular person had their pick and they had a ranking of that pick. Okay. So they had this person and this person, like almost like when you think about when people win a race, there is a platform and the winner is higher than the other, the others. That's how this was. Okay. So there was not only a pick, but there were options. And some people were put on pedestals. Okay. It almost feels like this person might have had a little bit of unrealistic expectations, and or expectations that were unachievable. Okay. So that could be you or your person. However, there was a winner. There was a clear winner. Okay. Now, what is the truth that we need to hear right now for our journey? Guilt. I release any beliefs that no longer assist my soul's growth. Okay. So we're releasing guilt here. Okay. This is about moving forward in freedom. And the guilt also, too, comes into play with either you or your person because you weren't exactly being on the up and up. Like, this is a strong masculine energy coming through today. This particular person that I'm picking up on, again, whether it be you or your person, okay, they weren't totally being honest with someone. They weren't being honest that they were seeing other people, even though they were in their rights to see other people. They did not come clean about that. Okay. And that started to weigh on them. Because again, when you really look at the options that were had, there was a clear indicator between this person, and this person, right? So there was really no need for all of that. That's where I'm going with that. All right. Guys of the Hidden Rams, what messages do you have? Okay, two things came out. Gratitude is dreaming. This is the manifesting power of gratitude and the law of praise. Okay, so someone started being a little bit more grateful and thankful for the things that they had. Okay. This warmed their heart. All right. Appreciating a person just a little bit more than what you were initially appreciating them. Okay. Understanding that everybody adds value some kind of way, but they're not perfect. People are not perfect. Okay. So this was an awakening for this person. And the reason why I say that is because this transformation card also came out as well. Okay. So this is about the metamorphosis, the in between, and a call to transformation. Okay. So I'm saying all of this to say there was a shift. This is a strong masculine energy. Okay. That's coming through to me. There was a shift. There was a change. All right. Now, Spirit, how does this show up for us every day? Fill your cup. Okay. This person started to have a very, I keep saying this person. I'm not being very clear how I'm talking right now. Either you or your person, okay? Either you or your person came to this revelation that you have all that you need in this particular connection, and that it's enough, okay? It's enough. There was previously concerns about like being satisfied, right? You know, sometimes when people are on the fence about commitment, it's because they think they're losing their freedom. And in a sense, you are, but you're not. And this particular person had cold feet about that, okay? So this started to show up, and this is where they entertained themselves with multiple people because they weren't sure that that the eggs that they had in their basket was enough. Okay. Very narrow-minded and selfish, but they didn't see this as being enough. And what Spirit is saying, they had the revelation that they have more than enough in this connection and that they be satisfied with what they have. And there is a guilt that is there because this particular individual did not come clean. They were not full-heartedly honest about what they were doing when they were doing it. Okay. And that started to bother them. All right. Now, this is signs that this message is for you. Fences. Okay. If you're seeing a lot of white picket fences, this is about boundaries. This is about boundaries. Okay. So I want to know a little bit more about this. I'm not gonna hold you, baby. I want to know more. All right, last overall energy card. This is a strong masculine energy that I'm picking up on. So I'll tell you in a second who, if this is person A or person B, but definitely strong. Transcend. Okay, you got the I forgot what that's called right now. The dream catcher. But yeah, I'm still waking up. But yeah. So you got the transcend here, okay? And I'm going to very quickly read what that means from this book because I love these cards, all right? It says here that I believe purpose is something for which one is responsible, not just divinely assigned. That is a quote from Michael J. Fox. It says, it is time to transcend your current mindset and to look at things from a different perspective. Sometimes your vantage point can be colored by your own ideas, biases, and sense of what you expect something to be. It is easy to believe that the status quo should remain as it is without the need for change. However, when you take a moment to look beyond what is immediately obvious, you will consider the alternatives as they exist beyond your immediate awareness. I'll keep going. While these alternatives may not always be what you expect, they offer you a new perspective. In order to grow and evolve, it is necessary to venture through familiarity and comfort. In allowing your thoughts to transcend your current understanding, you will enable yourself to experience growth and a personal renewal. Now, I don't know if your ears are turned on, if my mic is turned on, if you hear me not, but that is confirmation of what I just shared with you. Okay. So I don't know about you, but I'm ready to examine whose business are we about to get in and pick up on that personal insights. And again, for those of you who are new to Pisces Tarot, I not only read your energy, but I read the energy of the other person. Okay. So here we go. All right. So now that I would discover some key traits and characteristics and some underlying issues of what may be going on, let's look at what's going on in this situation. Okay. Moving, change of residence, moving in with your partner. Okay, so somebody is moving. Okay, so things are getting very progressively serious. Okay, remember I told you I'm hearing less chill, less settle down. You know, that's what I want to do. It's just me and you. Okay, that's what I'm hearing. All right, this person is making a choice that this is their forever place.
Forever, forever, ever, forever, ever.
All right, what is the T, Spirit? What is the T? Ooh, 2 cards almost flipped. All right, that was quick. The first card, always partying. Okay, the other card is talking skit. Okay, so somebody was definitely in this connection full of it. And I'm leaning towards this person who I shared with you. It's coming to the awareness. Their eyes are being opened. Okay, they're going through a emotionally transformative journey where they're like, you know what? I really like so-and-so. Or I can really do this with so-and-so. Okay, squad, reconciliation, soul tribe, close friends, okay? This person is valuing friendship, all right? And sometimes that is the extra centimeter that pushes you over in a connection. Relationships are bonds that are robust, that are fun, that are concerned and empathetic and compassionate. You know, y'all rocking deep. Spirit just says you could have also been pre-existing friends with this person prior to going down the path of a relationship. High value, the Empress, beautiful, sexy, abundant, and confident. This person that we're talking about, okay, has very high regards for this particular individual. Okay, very high regards. Remember, I told you in the beginning of this reading, this person had a pedestal. Okay, they had their pick. This was the top pick. What lies beneath all of this? You were the primary candidate. Okay. Fulfilling a fantasy. Okay. Yeah. This person. What's the true emotion here? Okay. Blocked, spam, calls, text. Okay. So somebody got blocked here. Ooh. This is taking that turn. What is the yin and the yang? Yin and the yang. Okay. Truth, expression, new perspective, seeking the truth, clear action, honesty, communication. So as I said, this person has come to the realization, okay, that they cannot live without this other person. Like, this is getting very serious for them. They possibly were blocked by this person because maybe they found out about all these other people. You know, not everybody wants to stick around and pander to people who don't choose them. Some people respect themselves enough to say, you know what, all right, I'm gonna head out. You want to be out here playing these games? I'm gonna move around. Wow. And that's perfectly fine. Now, what is blocking? Okay. Expectations, okay? When you expect too much, no one measures up. Ditch your list. Want what's real, okay? This is encapsulating everything of what I said initially in the divine insights portion, okay? Now I'm going to pull one more card because we're off balance, all right? What is another blocker to this relationship? Unavailable. You're chasing someone unavailable, or you're the one who's running away. Okay, so somebody is unavailable here. All right. Now, for those of you who are new to Pisces Tarot, sorry about that, y'all. For those of you who are new to Pisces Tarot, one thing I will tell you is this. I tell both sides of the story, okay? So what I am now doing is going to tell you who is who. Person A, I am going to venture to say it's a very strong masculine energy. That doesn't necessarily mean that's how it is in your dynamic, but coming through here is how it's being portrayed to me. Person A has come through a realization, okay? They are having a new shift and change in perspective. They are looking at someone else, which is person B, in a very positive light. I'm actually going to put that down here, okay? They're looking at, well, actually, y'all, I told y'all I'm having a hard time waking up today. Okay, person A is full of high expectations, okay, but have come to the realization that they have options to pick from, and they have a really good choice in their catchment area already, okay? They are looking to fulfill a fantasy, all right? And this person may always, too, be talking smack about it, okay? But I definitely get the impression that they are the ones who, they may be flirting a whole lot right now, okay? Now, person B is the person who's of high value in this connection. They may be a very good friend of this person. Like, you know how sometimes when you are cool with somebody, it's kind of hard to turn off or turn on like that romantic filter. So what I'm saying is that person A in this instance started to see person B in a different light. Person B couldn't receive it because they know this person from a different perspective. Person B is like, yeah, you know, you just a homeboy, you just a friend. You know, like, I'll never date you because I know how you move. I know how you work. Or not, right? That could be one of the blockers. But I do feel like this person may have blocked this other person and are just like, you know what, I'm having a good time. I don't have time for this. But I feel like person A is definitely the one that's trying to settle down. Okay, that's the person that I'm hearing. Let's chill, let's settle down. All right. So I want to find out whose business this is, because if the energy definitely feels optimistic and warm, it feels very loving, it feels very accepting, it feels like an understanding. This is an ease. This is definitely a a mature energy, okay? A mature masculine energy. Somebody is tired of playing the field. That's what this is, okay? And they got their eye on somebody who exactly don't take them serious, okay? They're not taking you serious. They know you got other options, and they like, who, me? So whose business are we about to get in? Here we go. All right. Person A is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, water signs. You are coming in as the Death card upright this morning. That is endings, beginnings, change, transformation, transition, metamorphosis of a cycle. It is the end of your player ways, okay? It is the end of your player ways. It is you deciding that you need to do something that's more meaningful and meaning and full of it of love coming in your life, right? You want a sincere, meaningful connection, which is where you're also practicing the spirit of gratitude because you have already met this person, okay? You don't have to start from scratch. But this is about the transformation that's going on here. That's what this is all about, all right? Now, who is person B? Person B is a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, you are coming in as the Justice card in reverse, okay? This is unfairness, lack of accountability, guilt, dishonesty, and punishment. Oh, listen, Linda, listen. I know I'm speeding through this, but when I tell you I want to get into this because it sounds like this is about to be a real juicy battle. So if y'all ready to integrate this and confirm everything the spirit has set up to this moment, let's go ahead and get into it, shall we? Here we go. All right, y'all. So as we move forward, it's important for me to be able to tell you what is going on, not only with you, but what is going on with the person that you're dealing with, okay? Now, what is the present energy of this water sign? What is the present energy of this water sign? All right. Person A, sorry, I didn't hold this up. Person A is coming in as the Lover's card in reverse. All right. Person A is exactly what I said they were. They're in that space in their life where they are coming to the realization that they are discontent, okay? They are coming to the realization that it is frustrating being out here trying to date. They're tired of feeling like every time they find somebody, you know, it just doesn't work out. And they have come to the realization that, thank you, Spirit. Spirit says, during a recent conversation between the two of you, there was something that was said that made the light bulb go off, okay? And when that light bulb went off for this particular person, it helped them to come to the awareness that they like you a little bit more than what they thought they would, okay? They did not expect this. This absolutely, positively, undeniably caught them off guard. And they've been in a chokehold since they came to that realization. It caught them off guard. It definitely caught them off guard, okay? So they've been looking at themselves and came to their conclusion. They may have had unrealistic expectations. It's not that they have met poor people. It's just that their expectations were a little bit too high. And once they had this realization and adjusted, they have the hots for this Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, okay? Now, person B, This Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. What is the current energy of this Gemini, Libra, Aquarius dealing with this Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio? When I tell you this person B is not thinking about this Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio at all. Not thinking about it, not bothered, happy, living her best life. Okay? Not thinking about this at all. She is focused on her career. She's living her life, enjoying her life. Could always be partying because people, people who are happy and enjoying their life, they go out, they celebrate, they live in it, like literally live and enjoy their life. Okay. This particular person is very cool, calm, and collected, very much so an around the way type person. Very down to earth, very chill, but not stupid. Okay. So when you're telling, person B how you feel about them, person A, person B is over here really confused because they like, where is this coming from? And it is coming out of nowhere. This is a quick energy. This is not something that was planned for. This is not something that was it was an happening. Okay. It was a organic happening. It was a cosmic conversation that occurred that let you know, person A, that person B is the person for you. You admire them, you respect them, you rock with them. You would never do to them half the things that you've done to some of these other people that they've been dealing with. All right. But there has been a romantic interest here, just not in the terms of long term. Okay. So what I'm saying here is that this may have been a friends with benefit situation that is converting into something a little bit more romantic. Okay. And person A is open to it. I don't think person B is checking for that. What is most favorable about this? We got the High Priestess here. Okay, we got the High Priestess here. What is most favorable about this is, again, they've had this aha, they've had this awakening. They have had this, what you want to call it? They have had this epiphany, right? That they've been going about this all the wrong way. Okay, they've been going about this all the wrong way. Spirit has pulled them aside and had them to really take inventory over all the things that they've been doing, all the things they've been going. Like, it's almost like they came to the awareness, like, I'm too old for this. It's time to settle down. I'm almost X years old. It's that piece, right? It's the awareness and reckoning of the fact that, I'm getting older and I need to take life a little bit more serious. And as for person B, because they know you very well, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, they over here looking at you like,
suspicious. That's weird.
Okay. So the most favorable thing about this is that you finally got your head on straight. Okay. You finally have come to the awareness and the conclusion that this is unsustainable. You cannot keep going through life, breadcrumbing people, doing just what you do, just doing what you do, right? Now, what is problematic about this? Well, you're a little bit afraid that this person may turn you down. Okay, they may tell you no. They've already told you no. But what I'm saying is they may continue to tell you no. Sometimes when you're friends with someone and someone tries to cross that line, that's a risk that you got to be willing to take, because it is a high probability that it may not work out in that perspective. The positive in this situation for you is that y'all already had a situation going on. You were already friends, and then it converted to friends with benefits. It's like, as the relationship continues to go forward, it continues to get upgraded. Okay. And what I'm telling you is that this Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio has now had a revelation that the person that they need to chill out with, the person that they need to be progressive with, the person that they need to invest in is right here in front of their face the whole time, and always has been here the whole time. The question is, would this Gemini, Libra, Aquarius even consider taking you serious?
They said.
Okay, so that's where we're kind of stuck. It's like, you know, this is everything that I want. This is my girl. So this person keeps throwing nuggets at this other air sign. And I think this air sign is like, kind of like, yeah, okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, okay. Yeah, all right. You know, like that Whitney Houston meme. You know, I think they're kind of like that right now. All right. So what is this trying to teach you? Okay. What is this lesson trying to teach this Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces? What is this lesson that is trying to be taught to this Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio? You got to release this. Okay. This is a major arcana. Everything that we've talked about with you, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, has been about this releasing of judgment. Okay. This is about you surrendering, going with the flow, recognize that you can't control the outcome of the situation. So you're being nudged right now for you just to be able to go and to say what you got to say. Get the galls to come and have a conversation and to tell this person, you know what? I realized that I was cool before with us just being friends with benefits, but I'm not necessarily in that same space anymore. Like, I want something a little bit serious, and I want that with you.
I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. Ready.
They ready. They hot and ready like a Little Caesar's pizza for you. But it's up to you, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, to decide whether or not you want to move forward with this Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Okay? And part of you does not want to go down that path. Okay? They don't want this. Yeah, they don't want this at all. Oh, they don't want this at all. Why is this Gemini, Libra, Aquarius not interested in this Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio? Told you. 9 of Pentacles. This Gemini, Libra, Aquarius is focused on whatever they are focused on. They're focused on their career. They may have a modeling career or trying to break into modeling. Yeah, we got the Lovers and the 6 of Cups here as well. Okay. This Gemini, Libra, Aquarius is looking at somebody else when they pass. They got their eye on somebody totally unrelated. Now I understand why you kind of like scared, Scorpio, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. I understand why you're scared now. Because you're interested in this is an entanglement like no other. What in the world?
Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no.
Y'all ready for the tea? This water sign has always been friends with this Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, this air sign. Okay. Somewhere along the lines, things became sexual, but that was it. It was strictly friends with benefits. This was an arranged situation. Both parties were vulnerable and needed each other in that way. Person B was going through a breakup when all this happened. Okay. And they're cool with things being the way that they are. They're still trying to heal from the last situation of what was going on. Okay. They was trying to heal their heart. They weren't looking for nothing long term. They just out here trying to have fun and get back in the swing of things. But now we got this water sign over here in their feelings. And now it's like Where do we go from here? What do we do? I think I'm falling in love with you. What? Aww. What does this Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces need to do to heal? You got to move forward. Okay? You got to move forward. Either you're going to have to shoot your shot or you're going to have to let it just crumble. And what I'm telling you is you're definitely at that point where you're ready to shoot your shot. That's what we are. We're here now, sweetheart. The shooting of the shot needs to happen because you'll never know. You just got to put it out there. Now, the question is, once you put it out there, how are they going to respond? That's the real question. But leading up to this, so what do they need to do? Well, first and foremost, you need to stop delaying putting off these third parties. Part of the reason why, again, going back to what I said in the beginning, there was a bunch of options. There was options. There still are options. Part of the reason why person B don't want to move forward with you, person A, because they know you're a player. They know you're a player. They know what you be doing. Every time, you getting intimate pictures sent to you. Like, we know, we see it. Okay? And so the reason why I'm bringing this up as being a problem is because person B has learned through the friendship that they can't trust you. Okay? So you got to get rid of these third party people. Okay? And be honest, because if you don't, it's not going to work out. Okay? Like I said, this person does not trust you. They don't trust you. They'd rather go chase waterfalls than to try to chase you and be with you. Like, they just know. They know. All right? Whew, so let's get ready to do this deep dive and look into this energy. Hold on, because I'm about to clarify like a mug. Hold up. All right, so the question then becomes, where do we go from here? Okay, where do we go from here? What do we do to move around? Because this is complicated. This is a sensitive matter of the heart. And let's be clear, you water signs know that you ain't always been on the up and up anyway. So this is like a fair assessment. This is a fair reaction. Okay, it's fair. It's nothing wrong. This is a fair response to who you are, and you know that. You know that. They think you're just talking out the side of your neck. And that's why they don't want to jump in. They know you unavailable. They know. All right, Spirit. So what? Why does this person need to come forward now? We got the Two of Swords. Okay? You're going to have to make a split decision here. And you're not going to have time to really think about it. You're not going to have time to ponder. You don't have time to play. You need to make a decision. There is a choice here. Okay? There's a choice here. And you're choosing to take this blind step forward. So you will be moving forward with this. What else? But this is making you nervous as all get out. Okay? You really can't sleep. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, why are you so in your feelings about this? It's not like you jumping and asking this person to marry you. We're not going from friends to friends with benefits to wife. There are some steps that need to occur right there. Okay? But this has you very anxious, very stressed and worried about how this is going to come out. And I guess I can understand that, because if I were dealing with somebody and I didn't know how things were going, I wouldn't want to mess up my relationship, So you are definitely in your head about this. And I'm going to be honest with you. I also think with this Cancer, I'm sorry, this air sign is also in their feelings about this, because I think that they are very, they've heard the commentaries that have been made. I think they are still trying to um, figure things out. You know, they kind of like, huh, that was weird, you know, that you said that. But I don't think they're putting a whole lot of stock in it. Not like you are, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. You're gonna have to put on your big boy pants. Okay. You're gonna have to do that. You're gonna have the courage to walk forward and to be able to position yourself, put yourself out there, because this person kind of got a hint that you like them. They don't know how much you like them. So what Spirit is saying today is like, you're gonna have to really boss up. Stop over here kicking the can down the road. You've been very passive aggressive, and the commentary that has been shared with this person, it's not like this is a crush, but this is a crush in plain sight. Okay, this is a crush in plain sight. All right, so now what else, Spirit? Yeah, that's the Eight of Wands. I'm not gonna take it because it fell on the floor, but this Eight of Wands talking about with urgency. What's coming down with urgency? What does this Gemini, Libra, Aquarius got going on that this Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces has to beat? What is going on? I don't need that in my life. I like you for the purposes that I have you for. It's cool. You my homeboy. You know, I like the homer lover friend vibe. I don't want you texting me this stuff. I'm gonna block you. You know, people be petty like that. Where they'll block somebody. I'll be people, so I can say that. I'll block you. Well, you can't call me, but I'll call you. So let's see what's the final outcome with this. All right, here we go. All right. So what does this Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces need to do for best results? We understand the story now. We understand that this is a perplexing situation. We understand the fact that, you know, this probably caught you off guard, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. You got a friend that you done had friends with benefit situation all this time, and all of a sudden you done slipped up and fell in love with this person. And now this person is over here like, Dad, I don't even like you like that. And they're afraid to like you like that too. Okay, this is a stressful situation. So when we talk about potential final outcomes, I say potential because I cannot override free will, okay? I can only tell you what the energy is, but I cannot predict free will. I can tell you that this is how it's going to go, and you might say, oh, hell no, and do something totally different, all right? So what is the potential final outcome for this Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces dealing with this Gemini, Libra, Aquarius? First thing is the Three of Cups. I told you. Okay, I told you. That third party of that ex-lover is still here. The remnants of the ex is still here. This Gemini, Libra, Aquarius got hurt real bad by their previous partner. Okay, so that's going to play a part and become problematic in this. All right, because that person is still there. Probably still on their phone talking to them too. They just don't tell you that. You know how that is. You get trauma bonding with and Stockholm syndrome and everything else, you know. We also got the Eight of Swords in reverse. Okay. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, you're going to finally get the nerve to confront this. You're going to stop feeling sorry for yourself and you're just going to go anyway. You're going to shoot your shot anyway. What else? Yeah. You're going to put it out there. I got options with the Seven of Cups. You definitely going to put it out there. Like, yeah, of course. I got other options. I'm still entertaining other people. But you are my choice. You are the one that I'm choosing. Yep. We got the Knight of Wands again in reverse with the Strength card. Yeah. Allegedly, you got the discipline. You saying that you're ready. I've taken a look at everything that I got going on, and I like what I see here with you. Now the question then becomes, once this Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces put themselves out there, what is the reaction of this Gemini, Libra, Aquarius? How is this air sign going to respond? They gonna think about it. We got the Two of Wands. Okay, they definitely gonna think about it. They're going to evaluate it. They really are sizing you up to this ex-person. What in the world? What else? How else would they respond? Oh. Ace of Wands in reverse. The Seven of Swords in reverse. All right. I'm going to be honest with you. Because, you know, I'm always going to speak straight. Okay. I'm going to be honest. I don't think that this person going to take you back. I mean, I don't think this person's going to be interested. I think they're going to think about it. I think they're going to think about it long and hard. Unfortunately, with this Ace of Wands in reverse, followed by this Seven of Swords in reverse, I don't think that they're going to be interested in moving forward. I think that they're going to think that this is too much of a gamble. It's too much of a risk. They know you too much. They know you too well. And I don't think that they are going to be interested in moving forward in this connection, unfortunately. I think that they are going to stay focused on themselves and their healing. But honest to God, listening at this and looking at this, I don't think that you would really want to move forward with a person whose heart is not fully ready and open to receive a love like yours. So unfortunately, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, I will say to you that I don't think that this is going to work out. I do think that you are going to over index yourself with this and kind of take it personal, but don't. Okay. It's not a reflection of you. This is your transformational journey, and how you're being moved to grow is not necessarily reflective of other people's energy. And again, this is not a reflection of you. This is just spirit getting you ready for whomever is out there for you. Okay. Yeah. That's all I have for you. I don't have anything else to add to this. I was thinking, like if there was any other cards that I could pull to supplement this, but no, I don't have anything else to add. All I will tell you is it's Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. It is a positive thing that you're growing into this perspective. It's a blessing. You're going to make a wonderful partner to someone. I just don't see it being this Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. All right. Unfortunately. So with that being said, I want to say thank you so much for joining the Pisces Tarot Experience. I am Mimi Lightseer. Welcome, 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 welcome. Make sure that you guys go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. Turn on those notifications because you never know when I'm going to go live. And I will see you the next time. All right. So remember that everybody's dealing a battle that you cannot fight. So remember to be kind, gentle, and why can't I talk today? To be kind, gentle, and patient with others as much as you are yourself. How people treat you is not your business, but how you will respond is. Promise you, I will leave a little bit of love everywhere you go today, and I will be better when you come back the next time. Bye.